Now, let's bring on my guest for today. Let's say hello to Miss Jessica Jane. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm brilliant, thank you. Very, very good. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Now,
Good.
you've a lot of people will probably best know you for your time on the BBC programme The Real Hustle.
That's right.
Which is all
yes, good old Real Hustle.
You save us from being conned.
Well, thank you. I prefer people saying that than, you convinced me to scam people and I've learned some great tips from your show.
That's not good.
Much.
A question I want to ask: have you ever been conned yourself? What was the reason for you being on the show? Do you have previous experience with the con side?
You might be hearing my dog barking in the background. My friend seems to be barking up her leg. I was actually scammed myself when I was about 15. I went to a modelling agency with my mum, and they looked at me and they said, yes, we'd love to take you on. £360 to join the books, something that, I tell everyone now, if it's a proper agency, acting, modelling, singing, any sort of agency, they never ever charge you to go on their books. They make money from getting you work.
Yeah.
And I never got any jobs from them. They sent me some terrible pictures that they took of me, and they ended up closing down about 2 months later. So that was my one and only time I got scammed, and I was just determined that it would never happen again. And when I auditioned for The Real Hustle, I was 19, and I didn't know what I was auditioning for. I thought it was like a magic show, and I'd be a bit of a Debbie McGee type character. And when I got to the audition, they said, right, you've got to get a free drink from a bloke. And I was like, what now? And he's like, yeah, just do it now. So it was one of the producers who was pretending to be a guy at a bar. And I got a free drink, I got a meal, and I got a taxi ride home. But I'm not going to tell you how I did it, because that's my secret, and I wanted to do it. But that's how I got the show. I got the part in the show. So I'm assuming it's because maybe I am a bit of a natural hustler at heart.
Well, the show was so successful. Would it ever be coming back, do you know?
It was a fantastic show. So it was like a zombie show. It just never finished. I think it was one of the longest running shows on BBC Three. It's not the longest running. But as far as I'm aware, we've actually finished with the series now. We've had 11 series, so we've had a fantastic run. And I've got some great memories, but I don't think I'll be returning back to the show, unfortunately.
Well, a lot of people know you for your stunning modelling. You're a very beautiful girl as well. You've appeared in a lot of magazines. Do you enjoy modelling? Is that something... Well, you must enjoy it.
Well, thank you very much. To be honest with you, I don't really do that much anymore because I'm getting on a bit. I'm 27, I'm married, 2 dogs, and it'll be kids next. And, there's some beautiful girls out there now. So I think I'm just going to hang up my bra, or put it back on, I should say, and leave it to all the younger girls. But, having said that, I'm shooting my calendar next week, which we've left it a little bit late because it was a nightmare trying to get everybody together at the same time to shoot for it. So that should be available online within the next few weeks, hopefully. So that will be my first. I've done it a while. So I haven't been hitting the gym, so I don't really do gyms or any sort of exercise. But I've got my spray tan all lined up and getting my hair done and everything. So I'm really excited about it.
And you recently took part. Now this is something I think is very exciting. You took part in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which must be one of the toughest experiences of your life.
Was it one of the toughest experiences? I still find it really weird that I actually went on that show. Like, I see it advertised now, and I'm just like, I can't believe I even went on it. It's a bit surreal. It was difficult, not because of the jungle aspect. I don't really mind the bugs. I don't mind eating weird stuff. I don't really mind roughing it. But it was more being around, celeb type people, because I'm very down to earth. I'm Jess from Sheffield, really. And it was a bit odd being around people who... it's like being to drama schools and we're very, jazz hands and acting up to the camera. And I felt a little bit, intimidated by everybody, really. But the funny thing about that show, and I'd say this to anyone who's ever going to take part on it in the future, is that people will be very loud when acting up to the camera. They'll almost have a type of mask on for the first 5 or 6 days. And then after 5 or 6 days, everyone just kind of goes really normal. And, they stop showing off, stop acting up to the camera. They go really quiet, and everyone just, turns back into normal people again. So the first few days were pretty tough because I just wanted to be around my family and my friends and just have a normal conversation with people, but I found it quite impossible. But after that, it was fantastic.
Now, who would you say your favourite campmate was? Was there someone you kind of related to more than the others?
Well, when I first went, I was the youngest girl. The second youngest girl was Fatima Whitbread, and she was about 52. So I didn't actually really have anybody to talk to, like, girl stuff for a while. However, I did make a very good friend in Willie, and I was chatting to him about girl stuff. And the good thing was he actually took a genuine interest in what I had to say, about my hair, my makeup, my little daily routines, and my career and stuff. And he'd remember everything I'd say, and I'd make little outfits during the day, with the very few clothes that we'd have. And he'd say, "Oh, Jess, that belt doesn't look good. You've got to make it, a bit tighter, or you've got to put this on this way." And I made a really good friend with him. And then Patched Up joined us about halfway through, and I bonded with him instantly. And then Emily came on, and, she was like a younger girl, and she'd done the modelling in the past. So towards, like, the end of the series, I had a nice little gang going on.
So, finding Willie in the jungle, that was a highlight, obviously, because you made a good friendship there.
I know what you did there. I know exactly what you did there. Yes, finding a Willie in the jungle was an absolute pleasure, and very unexpected as well.
Now, also, you have a very lovely relationship. You and Mr. Lee Stafford, an amazing hairdresser.
Baby!
Now,
Sorry.
I want to know.
When I hear his name, most embarrassing during interviews.
Did you meet him from Celebrity Scissorhands, which you took part on?
I did. I met him. It was actually what's the date? Where's the date today? Are we in November yet? October. In about a month's time, it will be exactly 4 years to the day that we met. I met him on the 1st of November, exactly 4 years ago.
Aww.
And when I first met him, I was saying to someone the other day, it wasn't really love at first sight. I didn't really like him at first because he told me off for leaning on the desk on my first day in the academy, even though the salon wasn't. You know what? Don't even get me started because I get really angry about it. I start shouting at him.
I don't want a row.
Start having a row on air. I met him on that show. We got together shortly after, and we just grew on each other, and we're just absolutely obsessed with each other now. And I know a lot of couples say, we're best friends, but, we genuinely are best friends. We'll go out and we'll have a glass of wine, we'll have a good old natty, like we talk a lot. Not just like, about normal couple boring stuff, but just like generally just what we did that day, and also, a bit of gossip, and we just have a good old natty, like two little old women, really. We've got a great relationship.
And you are perfect together. When you see you on TV or magazines, you're just so suited with each other.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. It's really sweet.
Now, you've had a very busy year. You've just finished filming your E4 show, Was it the Body Shocking Show?
The Body Shocking Show. Yeah, I finished it about 2 weeks ago. It was amazing.
Spill the beans. What's it all about? We want to know.
Okay, well, without using the word freak, although I'm going to have to use it to describe it to you, it's like a modern-day freak show. But they're not freaks, they're amazing people. It's like a celebration of all the weird, wacky, wonderful people everywhere. And we have guests on the show who have something very special about them. They might have had some sort of wacky form of body modification, or they've got something about them that makes them different. The funny thing was I actually knew most of the people that we had on. We had the Burger King, who was the loudest burp in the world, who actually met on Celebrity Scissorhands 4 years ago. And me and Pete, the host of the show, Pete Furman, we kept thinking he was going to be sick when he was burping. So we actually had to cut a few times because we were just laughing so much. But my favourite guest was a Russian lady who had the strongest vagina in the world. And she's in the Guinness Book of Records. And she was the last person that we interviewed on the show. And I was very much looking forward to seeing her and getting some tips from her. She was a great guest to have. And we had Jackie Stallone on the show, giving us her opinion about, all the wacky and wonderful surgeries that are going on in the world right now. My favourite one was something called bageling, which is a big craze in Japan right now, where they insert a syringe full of saline solution into their forehead, and they get like this weird bagel shape on their foreheads that lasts about 12 hours, and it fades down. They do it in all the clubs, all like the underground club. My friend's looking at me and saying, what? All the underground clubs at the moment. So when we talk about everything, people are doing it, we're talking about it. So it's a fascinating show to watch.
And you've also done a lot of acting this year as well.
I have. I've done about 4 movies this year. This year's been absolutely incredible for me. It's been a fantastic year. And, we're planning the wedding and everything. It's really the cherry on top. And the last film that I did was called Devil's Tower, who was directed by a great director called Dominic Burns. It's a zombie movie, so lots of gore, lots of sex, lots of blood, lots of zombies, lots of killings, lots of girls running around, a few boobs on display. I mean, it was just what you want in a horror film, and I can't wait for it to come out. That should be out next year, and it also stars Jason Mewes, who played Jay in Jay and Silent Bob, that I watched when I was a kid, and it was surreal acting with him.
So you got a lot of exciting projects, obviously. Looking forward to this, the E4 show. It sounds very exciting.
The E4 show I can't wait for it to come out. I mean, my outfit alone, I can't wait to see. I wore this corset that made my waist go like something ridiculous, like 16 inches. And so I looked like one of the contestants on the show, really not contestants, I looked like one of the guests on the show just with what I was wearing alone. And I think the show is due to come out late November, I think it is.
It sounds exciting. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Such a genuine, down-to-earth person. Wish you best of luck with all of your upcoming projects.
Thank you for having me. I've been really excited all day. I wish we could have done it earlier because I've just been excited all day.
Have you really?
I have.
I think you're the only guest who's ever been excited.
I've got to come in and do my interview.
It's been, and I wish you good luck. Speak to you again. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.